What's up, y'all? What's going on? Today's a hair down kind of a day. Man, almost didn't make this video today. I felt a lot of resistance towards making it. And it was gonna be okay if I didn't make it too, right? Like, it's, you know, it's like this idea of sticking to routine, but also being flexible enough that you could just let it go, man. Like, you don't have to have a routine. It helps. Maybe there's certain anchors in the habits that you do that are helpful. So that's, you know what, that's gonna be the title, right? So we want to talk about stillness, routine, and anchors. Stillness, routine, and anchors. So, stillness. So we talked about, like, finding that space and that silence and that stillness that you can have for yourself so that you can hear your inner source, you know what I mean? Your heart center, your real, true inner child, right? Because that's something else I was mentioning, that the ego is just a kid that you have to manage. It's true, but you also have your inner child within source, right? Within your heart center as well. I wonder if the two correlate. I don't feel like thinking about that right now. The correlation between the two. Video 3, did I forget to do the lav mic? Video 2 was okay, because I didn't have a certain something to even do the lav mic on video 1 or 2. But now I have the thing outside. I just have to grab it and like hook it up. But whatever, it's fine. Video 4 sound quality gets better, I promise. Okay. So stillness. Right? Is that what we were talking about? The title is Stillness, Routine, and Anchors. So stillness. I was having trouble with stillness, and we have been talking about stillness to, like, okay, I remember now, to get your heart center so you can hear it. So I was having trouble with that today. Yeah. But I've made, like, routines out of, you know, like my exercise, my dog walking, which helps. I do those like one after the other. I always work out and then I walk the dog. I make my smoothie and I'll chill, I'll smoke my weed. That helps a lot too. I'm trying to do it more intentionally, because I feel if you treat it like a medicine of some sort, or if you make it ritualistic and you make it intentional, if you make it intentional, it's quite the tool. Makes you feel good, does wonders for the way you attack things or like interpret things. I don't know, love weed. Fucking God's perfect creation. Anyway, so I was having trouble with stillness. I couldn't stay still, but I have my routines, like in my exercise, pretty much just like getting in my body, because that's the thing. Like we'll get anxious, right? Because we're in our heads and we're worried about things, or we're drawing up like fantasy scenarios, you know, and we're just going with it, and like we're not even realizing that our minds are on this like freaking journey, right? Like this emotional roller coaster, mini emotional roller coaster that you're going on. I know, because I know I'm like a huge daydreamer, dude. I get like, I mean, yesterday I was talking about spacing out, but I space out a lot, honestly. I am a space case. I mean, that's what I get. Pisces, right? Fucking daydreaming all day long. I love it though. But yeah, so it's I have my things, right, that draw awareness to the body, right? Like I had a nice, I guess like a back bicep workout today with a cardio routine attached at the end. Awesome. And then I walked the dog. Awesome as well. It's getting hot though. I mean, it is hot. It's not getting hot. It is hot right now. I have to walk the dog earlier and later, but it's fine. So yeah, and even then, right, with my routines and my habits, which made me feel better, I was still like, because I was unsure what to even talk about. Like, I guess I was slightly getting in the way of myself, and just instead of just like letting it flow, I guess. Because I was also torn between like things to talk about. There's something I want to talk about, but I don't want to talk about it yet. It's gonna be funny though, I think. So yeah, even with the habits, I couldn't fucking like get it together and focus up. So I just chilled, you know, and I just like I was playing some games. I was just playing like Risk of Rain. I was just there. But then, see, like in those moments, I get hit with this like, it goes with this energy thing, this energy play manipulation thing I was talking about yesterday, where like I start feeling like, I get the initial feeling that I'm like feeling bad for myself, or like I shouldn't be like gaming, but then I just kind of like, I don't know, I like flip it on its head, and I'm just like, whatever, I'm gaming. Who cares? I'm having a good time, you know? I don't feel like doing that video right now. Because I don't know what to talk about exactly. But that doesn't matter. Like, I kind of had to go through like this whole thing in my head to get to this point now where I can sit in front of this camera and just talk shit, do whatever. The weed helped also. But I'm like trying to break it down in my head, like how I even got to this point. Because I for sure thought I wasn't going to make this video, but here I am, you know? And I guess with the help of like the habits and like a few, so like the habits, I guess, could be considered anchors. But it's also because I'm like noticing, I guess, I kind of know my own patterns already. So again, going back to yesterday, it's like I was able to close that circle fairly quickly and use the energy of like feeling bad for myself because I'm like playing video games, and turn it into like whatever, like we'll just make the video later, you know? And here I am, you know? Because I did want to talk about stillness and like the effects it can have on you and the people around you. It's a really interesting thing, actually. So, okay. So the more still you are, like within your own emotional and like mental environment, the clearer you can hear like source and that heart center of yours, and like really listen to your intuition and let it guide you. And it's clear, like you can feel it, you can hear it, and you just let it guide you. Hold on. I lost the thread. I lost my point. Let me drink some water here. So you're for smoking a blunt right before this. So, what stillness can do for you, right? You can hear your intuition a lot clearer. The more time you can spend, or like the more time you can just sit in your own observer state. That's really like a good way of thinking about it, actually. Kind of reminding yourself that you're the observer and not like the voice in your head, and like, you know, you have to be able to differentiate the observer, which is kind of synonymous to this heart center thing I'm talking about, and the ego, which is more synonymous to like that voice in your head, and, you know, willpower, chase for pleasure and stuff like that, like, you know, yeah, ego stuff. So that's one thing for yourself, and I find that's always good. Trying to like listen clearly to your own intuition and following it. It's always been helpful for me, at least. So the way it affects people around you is interesting, right? So, an example. I'm at work the other day, and I'm just chilling, dude. Right? I'm like generally quiet at first, and then I warm up, and I get more like, depends on the day. I'm not always like, I'm very vibrant and like, what's the word? Outgoing at work, right? I wait tables. And it's always like, you know, I try to elevate the vibe at work. It's really what I'm trying to do. Some days are better than others, though. But for the most part, I'm pretty like outgoing. But it's like the beginning of the shift, rainy day. I'm like chilling. This day in particular, I'm like stoned to the bone, just chilling. And I'm just there, like literally spacing out. And I'm gonna be real with you, I don't particularly like this person in question that, you know, is gonna speak to me in this story that I'm about to, wow. Anyway, so I'm chilling, I'm just like posted up. Hey, you okay, man? Yeah, I'm good. You know, I'm just chilling. He's like, oh, you don't talk much. I'm like, bro, like what? Yeah. Sometimes I just don't feel like talking. You know, I gotta warm up, is what I told him. Like, some people are uncomfortable in stillness and like silence when you can hold that space. You know? There's nothing wrong with that, but it is something to like to deal with. You know? Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. What else can we expand on? So the thing is, what? Habits, stillness, habits and routine? No. Stillness, routines, and anchors, or habits and anchors. Stillness, routines, and anchors. Yeah. Okay, so So the routine thing. So I have an interesting, very interesting creative process, and it all ties down to this idea that I don't make myself feel bad for lollygagging, which is with the whole gaming thing, which is part of it. So like, my creative process is one of like, I am not rushing to get anything done, really. I'm like mad chilling. I'm gonna do whatever I want for like an hour or two, and then I'll open up Ableton maybe, or whatever, you know, whatever I'm feeling like doing in the moment. If it wasn't so hot, I have like a big old piece of wood in the back there, and I want to make a wizard staff out of it. It's like the perfect shape, but I gotta like cut it up and sand it down. I want to put like stones in it and shit too, but it's been hot. So I'm gonna wait till like the fall maybe, whatever. So yeah, creative process is very lackadaisical. I'll do whatever I want and waste time for hours. Don't care. Like after I get my workout in and all that stuff, and I eat and I walk beaky or whatever, I'll oh my god, I'll get started on the creative process, which is to say I won't do shit for a couple of hours before I open something up. But I feel like that's part of it for me, you know, like I actually have to sit there and like waste time and eat shit and feel no pressure whatsoever. Like I'm in a playground, right? And then like, ooh, let's make some music, that'll be fun. That's the kind of like mindset I'm trying to go about it. I'm trying to go about it from. You know what I mean? Because your internal dictates the external, like for sure. So this song I got coming out September 11th, I made that song with so much love, and I had so much fun doing it the whole time. Like I fucking love that song. I think it came out awesome. Maybe the kick is a little too crazy. Should have probably dialed that back several dBs, but whatever, it's fine. It's still a banger in my opinion. I love that song. I had so much fun making it. So I'm really like proud and happy to put something out like that. Dude, today's been, on a super crazy tangent, today's been one of these like draining as hell, like exhausting kind of days. I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, I suppose I didn't eat the best. I mean, I ate well yesterday. I didn't eat the worst yesterday at Chipotle. Whatever. Yeah, so it's not that. And I slept well enough, you know. And I actually didn't smoke that much, so. Right? I don't know. Yeah, today just feels like the air is heavy, man. Like, I just want to sleep all day. I don't know if anyone else is feeling like that. It's odd. Not to say that that's like why I haven't been productive or anything, but that's why I haven't been productive. No. But I have been feeling tired today. Yesterday I felt good. The day before I felt great. Today I feel tired. It could be this eclipse nonsense too, coming up, forcing me to rest. Maybe I shouldn't have made this video. Blah. Yeah. I'm glad we made this video. I guess we're just gonna fucking riff now, right? Goats are weird, man. Anybody that'll listen to me, goats are strange animals. They're just freaky, you know? They got weird eyes. They behave like psychos. They have the most hilarious noises. They make the most hilarious noises. Goats are so funny to me, but they're so scary. Like, not scary, they're just like unpredictable, volatile little demons. But I love a goat. Like, I love to observe a goat from afar. Freaking goats. Anyway, enough about goats. So, yeah. So a combination of all these things almost got my rant from not being published today. Because I do want to do this daily. I didn't originally actually want to do these daily, because I was just going to feel it out on day one and see what it felt like. And I was like, damn, this feels good. I'm going to do it tomorrow too. So I'm wondering if it's worth it to push through and just do it daily anyway. I mean, what's like... Because the thing is, I'd love to make this a habit, so I can get more comfortable in front of a camera, just like talking shit, and so I see what I look like too. Like, I can, right, I got my little monitor right here that I'm looking at. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's weird. So like, this thing that I'm doing with these videos, it's just like a calling that I'm feeling inside of me, right? And I don't, it's what we've been talking about of like, I have no idea why I'm doing this. I just want to do it. And it feels kind of good, like, to talk shit and just put it out on YouTube for nobody, somebody, who cares, to see, right? It's just nice. I don't know, there's something about it. So I just feel like called to do it, just talk shit, promote my music, September 11th. But we're gonna be more aggressive as the day approaches. We'll chill out for the moment. You know, slowly just put out stuff on Instagram and grow, if we can, little by little. You know, dude, easy day, bubba. Phew. Yeah. Dude. Oh, you know what? I did want to talk about contradiction. But did I want to talk about that today? I guess I did, didn't I? Yeah, but it would have been... See, this is probably for a different video. Talking about paradox and contradiction, because I brought that up yesterday. And it's like, I feel like I contradict myself a lot. But it's because, like, two opposing ideas can both be true. And it's not like I don't like attach my identity to any one of these ideas. I just maybe think one has more validity than the other, but the other one can also be true. I know it feels like devil's advocate, but it's just like, I don't know. Both things can be true. I contain multitudes. Oops. My bad. You know, like, I think it's okay to have contradictions and paradox. You know? And play around with them. I mean, like I was talking about yesterday, there's like energy in that. It discomforts some people, so that's energy, right? Any kind of reaction is an energetic exchange of some sort, you know? Or a potential energy draw well. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. I might end this video early today. It's a miracle I even got this far. You know what? We're going to call it here. Love you guys. Happy birthday to you, April 19th. 19th? Yeah, April 19th. Motherfuckers. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace!